Hi, everyone. I really enjoy to see you all here on the stage, and I like to open it. Hope you will not be bored during this 25 minutes. Okay, today we will talk about the dark side of a startup's life. Usually, you hear a lot of stories about success, about how to build a perfect product with zero mistake rate. But in reality, there are a lot of failures, there are a lot of mistakes during the journey of a startup. I will group today's story into 6 different sections. People mistakes, let's talk about people, hiring, firing, and managing. Tech mistakes, tech stack, architecture, and other stuff like this. Client mistakes, how we understood our clients wrong and what we have done. Also fundraising mistakes, do not copy that in the real life. Business and PR mistakes, what you shouldn't do when you building your business, and what to change, how to build successful product without our mistakes. Let's get to know each other. My name is Kyrylo Melnychuk. I am co-founder and CTO at Uspacy. And for the last 20 years, I work in IT. Last 10 years as engineering manager, as a solution architect or CTO. Usually I have these colors of hair. For the last years, I've been enjoying myself and changing the color to each and every conference, but right now my hair is usual because my hairdresser got sick. Also, I'm really lazy, and I like to making up jobs and different work to not work more in the future. And enough for me. What's Uspacy? So I will tell you today about the journey and mistakes that we did building our startup. But Uspacy is a next-gen agentic AI workspace with communication, collaboration, and sales, which is basically, in short words, a combination of something like Pipedrive or HubSpot, plus Slack, plus Trello or Asana, plus a little piece of the Zendesk, Typeform, Calendly, etc. All in one product for SMEs. It can plan different activities and distribute workloads. Our idea was born in 2022 when the full-scale war began. And after that, after different consideration, talks, and concept discussions, we started to actually building a product. And after 9 months of building, we gave birth to our baby on 14th of February 2023. So we're 2.5 years old. Usually, there are 2 different types of startup stories, absolute success and absolute failure. But reality says it's not that easy. Even the stats say so. If we will take 100 of different startups on MVP stage, then 90% of them will not be alive on the long distance. 10% of them will not be alive after 5 years. 1-2% of them could be a successful business or make a successful exit. These 90% rarely die in one moment from one catastrophic decision. There are a lot of mistakes, a compounding fact, which cascade into a different crises. Each individuality harms decision. Skip the code review, hired without culture fit, ignore the customer complaint. They all add up. And you do not notice when you're bleeding until you fit in yourself, just standing in the pool of your own blood. So what is the anatomy of compounding mistakes? First of all, it's debt. Just like financial debt, different debt during your startup journey adds up. It's skipped code review, you have technical debt. Hiring without culture fit, you have culture debt. Chase shiny opportunities instead of one vector, you have strategy debt. The bill always comes due, and it's always bigger than you expect. Margins. Each startup doesn't have a lot of margin. Usually it's a thin one. Startups lives on margin. And each bad decision which will affect your runway, which will affect your technical part and velocity. Eventually your margins become so thin that even small mistake will add up and destroy your startup at all. And of course, it's exponential. When you are doing something in development and you find in a bug there, you can take 10 minutes to fix it. It will take 10 hours in production. If we go talking about the customer data loss, 10 days or more, and we will never get trust back from the customer. And one of the biggest mistake when you hire people is when you hire a brilliant jerk. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you our story. He was our best developer. He developed and created the architecture of the product and most part of it. And he planned and designed everything in our team, almost everything. And all things seems not just fine, but perfect. The first bell rang when he started to complain about the one of the founders' engagement, and he even wanted us to change the relationship with him. We ignored these red flags and thought that, okay, he's brilliant but difficult, so let's keep the way and things like that. We thought that technical skills mattered more than team fit, and we were wrong, catastrophically wrong. The second bell rang when he started complaining about QA's team and asked me to fire them because of the personal antipathy. I denied, and I received accusation of personal sympathy. I tried to change the responsibilities on. I even moved them from the engineering department to product department, but it didn't help. The conflict was burning out, and he tried to win over the whole company on his side. Open rudeness in chats against individuals working not for the common cause and common good, but after somebody. This is all the things that have been. I never had a chance to fire him. Anytime I thought that, okay, let's try to work out because it will be hard for us without him. It will be hard. He quit by himself in the result and left after him a lot of services only he knew about. And of course, the aftertaste of the toxic feeling. So what do I have to say here? You can always hire this part of this type of person, but fire them. Fire them as fast as you can because brilliant jerk never helps your company, never. And talking about other people's mistakes, I think a lot of you or skipped one-on-ones with your colleagues or get skipped when you're talking with your manager. And I was always too busy. Different fundraising meetings, conferences, rush tasks, putting things out of fire. One-on-ones felt like a luxury I couldn't afford. Let's keep this week, let's move to the next one. Next time never came. And I thought I was being productive, but not. I actually was blind. And by the time I learned out what's happening inside of the company, inside of our culture, our lead developer was already burned out and accepted another offer. This conflict between QAs and the development team has been brewing for months, and I haven't seen it because I didn't talk to people. People do not just want to work. People want to be seen and recognized for their contribution to the common good. When you cancel one-on-one repeatedly, it gives a person confidence that I'm not important because I do not cost the 30 minutes of his time. And now one-on-ones are the last thing that we skip. This 30 minutes conversation prevent 30 hours crisis, and your company is your team. Talk to them. Of course, this part was done by a lot of companies and teams wrong hiring strategy because we needed to build fast. Everyone needs to build fast. Even before our first release, there were a lot of people who waited for our product. So we tried to make it faster. We hired a lot of people. At once, 28 developers contributed to our code. Yeah, it was for a short time because we are a startup, we couldn't afford a lot of engineers, but still. However, we hired quickly, and only hard skills for us would be enough. That led us to a situation where we had a huge team, which was hard to manage because we didn't have a lot of great managers in our team, and people duplicate work, which led them to through the different cracks. We created an organizational confusion, and we thought it was scaling. Right now, we do absolutely different. We define roles clearly, and we understand what we need from them. We try to delay the hiring process as longer that we can. And right now, we are a really small team, but still fast and still can communicate inside really better than when we been bigger. So there is a Facebook motto, move fast and break things. Move fast and break things broke us. We adopted this motto but didn't understood what was behind that. Facebook has an ability to fix things. We didn't. Every quick hack to ship faster created problems that haunted us for months. What take a couple of days to ship badly took us a month to fix afterwards. We spent entire sprints rewriting our code that had bad smell and was shipped to deliver features faster. The irony, we could have done it better from the beginning and still ship in the same time that we shipped fast, and after that fix some cracks and some buggy code. We had code reviews, of course, but they were mostly for form's sake, just to have code review, please review, set approve, and that's it. Now we dedicate 1/3 of the time during our sprints to fight a tech debt and to make different technical and product improvements. That helps not only our developers, that helps our customer experience as well. And my lovely thing is about our trendy tech stack. We wanted to make things not just right, but perfect from the very beginning. We wanted to build everything with a great architecture. We chose microservices architecture. Even our team didn't have any experience with that except me. We started using gRPC and DynamoDB just because it was fun, where we can use simple REST API or SQL. Here goes more, even after our front end was built on the micro front ends. On top of that, we had a multi-tenant architecture, which led us to have dozens of databases per each customer. We wanted to be innovative, do the right things from the early beginning, and build everything on the fashionable technologies. We confused novelty with reality, and cool doesn't mean right for each and every case. At first, we could ship fast and easily because microservices give you a lot of pros. But after that, we started to have more coupled and more relations between our services. And we started to have the cons of microservice architecture, especially when our team didn't have any experience with them. So what we do differently if I will be starting this over? I will choose the modular monolith, which will give us the ability to build different models to ship faster, but still have the simple architecture and be understandable to each and other of our developers, of our team. That's not the last technical mistake that we've done. Of course, we accumulated technical debt because we start off, we need to ship fast, we need to run fast. We'll fix it later. How many times have you told it to yourself? Who told it to yourself that we will fix it later? This is only for the short time. We will hard code this value just for now, only for now. We will refactor our code after demo. We will add proper error handling the next sprint. The temporary solution already lives in our product for the last 2 years. The only thing that we fixed later were the consequences of not fixing them earlier. And each shortcut that we made the next feature harder. And technical debt doesn't stay constant. You grow it up every time that you made a short path in your code and in your architecture. At some point, we crossed a threshold because most of our development time was not about adding value. It was about fixing things. And our code base was not a helper for us, but an enemy that we need to fight against. We spent 1 month only for fixing technical debt. We just stopped every product development, etc., etc., and started fixing what we gained over these years. And after that, we dedicate, as I mentioned a couple of slides ago, we dedicate 1/3 of our time each sprint to fix our technical debt, to not collect it more, and to improve our product speed, reliability, etc. So we make our customers more happy. And here goes customer mistakes, that we ignored edge cases from the early beginning. Every complaint was dismissed as an outliner. Only one customer reported this. It only happens in the specific scenario. They are probably using it wrong. We convinced ourselves that this was just edge cases, rare, unimportant, and do not worth fixing. We were protecting our ego, not helping our customers. We created a wall between us and our customers, the great Chinese wall of our support, which we required to follow a formalized process of creating tickets and go through them. Instead of saving our early customer base fixing their errors, we just denied reality, because on our laptop it works fine. And that led us to a big churn of the customers. Bad reviews appeared, support tickets were growing and growing. So at one moment we stopped. We destroyed this process of formalized creating tickets, etc. And each and every week I talk to the support agents, and we grab all the complaints that we have from the previous week, sort them, group them, and put to the development team to fix immediately. Of course, by the priorities, but we do not skip each and every of customer complaint right now. The next thing, that's the lovely mistake that was done by each and every startup and a lot of big companies as well. When you're building just for yourself, you know the problem space, you understand it better than your customers. So you build feature that you think are brilliant, but they are not. Our customers weren't us. To add more, we just built MVPs of the product that was not usable at all. We thought that for example, our website chat widget will be in the easy and simple scenario still be usable for most of our customers, but it wasn't. After 6 months live, we found out that only 100 of customers tried it, and I would not even say how many of these widgets were live. This one is my personal pain. I was the one who was responsible for the fundraising in my company. You could be surprised that CTO fundraises, but the modern reality says that I live abroad and all of my team lives in Ukraine, so it's easier for me to travel, to talk with investors, and to see different conferences. We started raising really early. We had only MVP, around 5 clients, and huge ego. We thought that every investor will like us because we had a huge previous experience and in the industry and the great vision of our product, and we thought that it will be the line of investors which will be giving us money and asking to take them. They weren't. For them, we were like one more CRM in the bloody ocean of products that are similar to us. So it took for me months to just understand that, and it took almost 2 years for us to close the first round because of that. Did you think that it was all of our fundraising mistakes? Hold my beer. Our financial model assumed that we will grow 10% month per month because all successful startups do so. We assumed conversions will raise when we fix this bugs. It wasn't. Hope is not a strategy. And we would forgot to grow. We forgot about our growing headcount costs, and that we could not bootstrap forever. Ignored the sales that take more time than we expected. Assumed everything would go by the plan. And I could say that it's better to be honest with yourself and to understand what's going on in reality, not what you talking to investors and telling some beautiful bullshit that you are profitable, you are a perfect company. Do not lie to yourself. And from the very beginning, we were tailored to serve SMEs. 10 to 50 people in the company was our sweet spot, but we didn't narrow it to the industry. We had no clear ideal customers. By trying to serve everyone, we didn't serve well nobody. And our product became a confused mess of half-built features. But that was not everything. We understood how to grow domestically because we had the previous experience to grow business successfully in Ukraine. And we thought it will be the same thing abroad. It definitely wasn't. We wrote a GTM document to present our investors and to follow ourselves. It was really general and too blurred. Nobody believed in that, even us. And we started to implement that, and things got gone bad. We're still trying to find our way in go-to-market strategy on other documents. So here's fail fast is the good advice, because your GTM is not a Bible. If you see something is wrong, adapt it. How often do you see a real organic product that is labeled organic? That often you will see a truthful prognosis from different startups. We went all the way there. From the beginning, we said that we will not announce anything because before it was actually done. We broke this in the first year. We showed Figma prototypes telling this is almost ready product. And did we make some conclusions and stop doing that? Hell no. We set expectations we couldn't meet. The gap between promise and reality was massive, and customers were not just disappointed, that felt lied to. Our credibility was shot. What consequences we set for that? Do not lie to yourself, do not lie to our customers, and build faster than you present things. And in the result, we had this compounding effect in action. The bad hires products buggy code. Formal code reviews and controversial architecture, they mean bugs reached production. Customers complained. We ignored them because we need to ship faster. And quality developers left. We couldn't fire new ones fast enough, and we couldn't race around. 18 months from the first mistake to the first near-death scenario. That's how fast the small cuts can lead you to the bleeding. We had 4 months of the runway. Our hope investor finally said no. A major customer churned. The team felt we were in trouble, so the morale was on the rock bottom. We had 10% chance of survival. That was not a single catastrophe. That was a result of our one-and-a-year mess that we implemented in our product. What we've done, we laid off most of the team. We turned from the VC institutional investors to the angel ones, and it helped us to actually close the round. It helped us to save the team, and it gave our product the second chance. Most startups do not have it. Most mistakes, talking about the common trends around our mistakes, that most of them came from speed over the sustainability. Looking back, almost every mistake shared one root cause. We prioritized short-term decisions over long-term sustainability. Ship fast, hire fast, grow fast. Fast was our motto. But speed without direction is just running in circles. And we optimized for velocity when we needed to optimize for vector. So the turnaround framework, how to make things better, could be the next points. First, admission. The first step was the hardest, saying out loud we were failing and it is our fault. The next is audit, systematic audit of what's going on inside your company, tech, people, customers, finances. Technical debt, massive. Team morale, low. Customer satisfaction, far from expected. Triage, prioritizing fixes that we can do first. We couldn't fit everything, so we trashed ruthlessly. and it would kill us faster if not fix it. We had these biggest points, and we fixed them first. And of course, we need to build systems that will help us to not repeat the same mistakes again. So in the end, I could say that what we do differently and what I tell you that you should take into action when you build your own product. First of all, deliberate. Slower and more deliberate hiring with a good culture fit. Regular technical and product depth sprints, 30% at least of the capacity. Paying down debt and improving your Rusty MVP is mandatory thing. Weekly customer feedback reviews. Every Monday, we review all the reviews from the customer feedback from the previous week. Monthly strategy reviews with honest metrics. Sacred one-on-ones. You always need to talk to your people. And realistic outcome. You need to understand and not lie to you at first. You need to understand your team morale, your finances, your state of the product, your state of the tech. So your survival checklist: hiring, hire fast, hire slow, fire fast, especially toxics. Technology, boring technology and sustainable peace with the long term. In the long term, complaints. Every customer complaint deserve investigation. And honest, plan pessimistically, communicate honestly. And finally, early. Small problems compound. Fix them while they are small. And in the end, I would add one thing, that you will hear myself and so much shit that happened, so you can have a reasonable question. Did these four guys made anything right? And yes, we had good decisions at all. We built a partner network. We had strict deadlines that helped us to build our product more robust. Every release, we put ourselves to the strict deadline. Do not polish the product to be absolute. It should be good enough. The good was our product concept. This all-in-one helped us to attract customers and to switch them from different products. And of course, business partnership. We cannot survive without supporting each other. And strategy. Our strategy to build a global product, but on the local market, was good enough for us to survive. Thank you.